Hi there, welcome to this tutorial for the ukulele play-alongs of Ukulele, which was done by MaleTGD, which is a Polish Christian youth band that has songs out there. And it's a song about playing your ukulele. It does have a bit of a Christian message, however, it is in Polish. The play-alongs do have the translation as you go. So we're going to do this video. First of all, we'll talk about the chords you need for GCEA soprano concert tenor ukulele in two different keys, both in the key of C and the key of D. Then we'll talk about the chords you need for baritone DGBE ukulele, and then we'll talk about strumming and picking for the song, or at least some ideas for that. If you want to support the work on this channel, there are three things you can do. First of all, you can like this video. Second, you can subscribe to my two channels, both the Uke Playlongs channel and the UkeStuff channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making this content at www.buymeacoffee.com/UkeStuff. All right, let's begin with the chords you need to know in the key of C. This is transposed down from the original. You get your C chord, then you get your F chord, your A minor chord, and your G chord. And those are the four chords you need to play ukulele on the GCEA soprano concert tenor ukulele in the key of C. Now let's talk about the key of D. In the key of D, it's a four-chord song. You need the D chord. Now you can play the D chord any number of ways. I like to put my first finger at the top of the third string second fret and the other two fingers around it. You can also play it with fingers 1, 2, and 3 in a row. You can play it with fingers 2, 3, and 4 in a row. You can play it with two fingers. So first finger covers strings 4 and 3, second finger covers string 2. You can also bend one finger and leave the first string open. Whatever works for you, just don't play with your thumb. Then you're going to need the G chord. Then you're going to need the B minor chord. First finger goes across all four strings right above the middle second fret. Pull against the fretboard like this. So you're using leverage. You're holding your ukulele securely using leverage. That will give you most of the sound that you need because you're using leverage. Add your thumb for some light support, and then reach over at the ring finger and play the fourth string, fourth fret. That's your B minor chord. And then you'll have an A chord. And those are the four chords to play ukulele on your GCEA soprano concert or tenor ukulele in the key of D. Now let's talk about baritone. On baritone, first you'll need the D chord, then the G chord. Your next chord is the B minor chord. You're going to put your first finger on the first string, second fret, second finger on the second string, third fret, the ring finger on the fourth string, fourth fret, and then the pinky on the third string, fourth fret. And then finally, you have an A chord. And those are the four chords you need to play ukulele on your baritone ukulele. Now let's talk about strumming. Now for strumming, I'll be demonstrating this in the key of D because both the baritone and ukulele have a version for that. The concept will be the same in the key of C if you're playing the key of C version on GCEA ukulele. It just won't match up with the chords you're seeing, but the technique will still be there. Now, first and foremost, this was an ukulele playing, so there probably is a 100% right answer that you could get every note right, although I think there was overdubbing done in the recording, which makes sense in the process. I think they recorded some ukulele playing, they recorded some melody ukulele playing, and then the kids on top of that with other instruments. It's a studio session. That's what it should be. So you're just replicating one of those parts and sort of as a rhythm instrument to the singing that's going on. Now, do keep in mind that you probably aren't going to replicate perfectly what is happening in the recording, and that's okay. What really matters are three things. Here are the rules. Number one, play the right chord at the right time. Number two, keep a steady tempo, whether you're playing by yourself or the recording. And third, make sure whatever you're doing matches the style of the music. So if you don't want to mess around with what I'm going to show you, then don't. As long as it fits, it's the right chord, right time, and you're keeping a steady tempo, that's all that really matters. So at the beginning, we get this sort of thing happening. I'm hearing where you pick strings 4, 2, 1, and then you pick 3, and then strings 4, 2, 1 again. So it's 4, 2, 1, 3 with a thumb, and then 4, 2, 1 again. It's going to be something like this. That's going to work pretty well with that style of music. Now, in the key of C, just as a side note, it sounds like this. So that's what's going on there. I think that happens through most of the song. until we sort of get to the choruses, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, the other thing you're going to see is something that happens at about 20 seconds into the song at various times where you'll see that there are some down arrows, and that's where there's a different just down strums happening there. And in this case, it's down, 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 down. And that's going to happen a bunch of times too. So you just follow the downs, and they're kind of fast. So it's down, 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 down. And it's going to keep going through that sequence until we get back to. So those two strumming patterns or picking patterns are all you need. Again, it's the 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, and then it's just the downs. And you can either go down with your pointer finger or your thumb. Either one will work. All right, so with those chords and with those ideas for picking and strumming, that's all you need to do to be successful on ukulele as recorded by MaleTGD. Thanks so much for joining for this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.